are Dustin Johnson. You're good. You're a top 5 golfer, but you can never finish.
Yeah, fiberglass.
Well, it's like Russian Cup back in the day when they're at OGA and they would have the tee off times, not shotgun start. So if you get one of those unlucky first tee times, you got 30 Russians looking at you.
That's what I was looking for.
CRTV, like one of those old tubes.
Did you see that Seahawks player, the Seahawks rookie who tried sneaking in the chick into the facility and got cut? You stupid? That's just... Yeah, well, there's that story of, I think it was Jimmy Johnson, the Cowboys.
Backup quarterback or the third string quarterback. Let's get this show on the road. Roadhouse.
Enjoy the show.
Roadhouse.
What's cooking, Roadhouse Mafia? Welcome to the Roadhouse Podcast, most natural and unapologetic podcast in the world. I'm your host, Roadhouse. Joining me today is a commercial fisherman who slays salmon out there in Alaska, excavator, business, runner, owner, Captain A-Cat Turan, captain of the fishing vessel Barracuda. A-Cat, what's up, dude?
What's up, Roadhouse?
Try to get this intro out of the way. Winnie D is supposed to be here any minute now, so if he pops in and just says, what's up, that's when you guys know. We'll know he's here. But what do you think the 49ers are going to go?
I can see them going 12-4.
12-4.
I think Seattle got Jamal Adams to probably stop George Kittle, because let's be honest, George Kittle's a beast.
Yeah.
Best tight end in football. If you can make that one couple stops.
How many balls is Jimmy G going to throw a game? Like 10 balls a game?
Whatever it takes to win. 5, 3. It's like he could hand the ball off 50 times a game if Niners are winning. I don't care. You don't need no stat patter if you're going to Super Bowl. Let's be honest. It's a game of inches. Seattle doesn't.
Jamal Adams is a stud.
He's a stud. George Kittle's a stud. There you go. They cancel each other out, kind of. I mean, last year, okay, if Seattle,
because that's their biggest. That's the biggest rival.
What's up, folks?
What's up, fucker?
What's
up?
Just did an intro too. I was like, Winnie D is gonna show up any minute now.
What's up? Winfield.
How's it going, Alcati?
Howdy.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
Do you
We just got the intro.
Do you want to do a chambong?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get a chambong real quick.
All right.
All right, we're back, bitches. We just had to go do a quick chambong. Real quick, if you guys don't know what a chambong is, it's the classier version of the beer bong, the funnel, whatever you want to call it.
Champagne.
But what do we have before we left off? Jamal Adams.
Yeah. So like last year, if Seattle scores that touchdown, San Francisco's not going to the Super Bowl because they don't have home field advantage. They got to play 3 games to get in. So if they get Jamal Adams to get that little extra to get that home field advantage, Saints, they lost the home field advantage.
They're thinking that that's their Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
That's
He's
essentially.
just as good.
He's good, bro. Like
He's just
Jamal
as good.
Adams,
He's a ball hawk.
real good. Kittle's gonna get lit the fuck. I'm not a Seahawks fan.
Yeah, we know your allegiance with the 28-3. 28-3 Falcons.
I do think that Russell Wilson is the best fourth quarter quarterback in the league. Fourth quarter, I want Russell Wilson on my team.
It's pretty good.
Pretty damn good in the fourth.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't make mistakes.
no mistakes. And it was crazy. He's like 6 foot.
Well, he doesn't make mistakes.
He drops balls in buckets too. Like,
Except for throwing the ball to, in the Super Bowl. Should have handed it off. Just saying. Just saying.
when they had beast mode.
Yep.
All right, guys. So, baseball. Winnie was a baseball player.
Guess who's here?
Oh yeah, Winnie showed up right when I said any minute now he popping in. He popped in and he immediately let's go chambong.
Yeah, chambong.
So in baseball, there's this Fernando Tatis Jr. I don't know how they say his last name, but he's on the San Diego Padres.
Tatis?
He's the league leader in home runs right now.
Is he?
And
Wow.
he was getting a bunch of shit. You know how baseball has all their unwritten rules?
Yeah.
And so this guy, I think they were winning the game.
Top of the 8th.
Yeah, bases loaded.
10 to 3. They're up.
10-3, they were up. He had a 3-0 count, And then he just blasted a grand slam, and then all the MLB analysts were like, "Boo, boo! Like you don't do that." What? Like they were hating on him for hitting that because it's a unsportsmanlike, whatever.
It's like they're up 14
They're up
to
7.
2 now.
10, yeah, they're up 14-3 now.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, just
For
close.
sure. Yeah.
But what happens if the other team comes back in the ninth, miracle ninth inning?
True. It's happened before.
It's happened before. Why don't you just put the nail in the coffin, get over
Yeah,
with?
that's the dagger. A grand slam, dude. Don't throw him a pitch that he can hit. Like, what are you throwing him?
Yeah.
So a 3-0. That's balls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was supposed to do? Take the walk and get 1 run?
Well, that one does actually.
You got 3 extra swings, bro. Get that thing.
That fourth pitch was a strike, so it would have been 3-1, and then the managers wanted them to then go for it at 3-1, which is ridiculous.
Blast it.
Baseball.
Say, dude, yeah, baseball, they need to like redo their whole model. Like whenever people
Like the
post videos or highlights on social media, MLB will flag it and take it down. Like they don't really allow other people to post their footage. And it's like, dude, that's the whole point of marketing. Like, get all this. If something badass happens in your sport and people are clipping it and posting it to all their programs, that's how you're gonna get more fucking viewers. But MLB, they're such dinosaurs,
they own all that.
dude.
Is what they're saying. Yeah.
It is not, and they still like market themselves on America's pastime. That's just not true. Like, baseball is no longer America's pastime.
Not at all.
Oh man.
And
Well, I mean, plus
It
you have to
hurts to
get
hear.
you'd have to get 10 kids to go out there to play. You know, just. It's
what
not
do you
gonna happen.
think? So, you have a baby coming. What sports?
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
What sports are you trying to put them into?
Well, if it's a boy or a girl, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Take it from there. Boy,
Golf.
girl.
Generally
straight
push golf. Push golf.
Girls could do golf. Guys could do
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah, there you go.
Just be a
I
phenom.
like baseball, but like
little
baseball,
tiger.
softball. Baseball, you don't get too many injuries. Guaranteed cash. If you get up
Softball,
there.
you will become a lesbian though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will become a lesbian, and
Much-
as a parent of
LGBTQ, whatever.
My,
Other guys.
my god sister is a stud softball player. Not a lesbian, I don't think, but her parents. She's on one of the best Oregon club teams. She's 15 years old, travels all over for softball.
Yeah.
That's gonna be when you got kids and they're in club. 'Cause I remember when my sister played club soccer.
Yeah.
My parents were gone every weekend at tournaments, and there's so many parties during those times. But you're gonna get to travel around. Like,
Yeah.
I need a starting roster of babies. Like, I need like 1 girl and like 5 boys. Like, I need a starting lineup. That's what
You're gonna be like the big baller guy.
Well, dude. Hey,
you
yeah,
know
LeVar Ball.
that guy?
LeVar Ball, yeah.
hey, yeah, how
Well,
many kids you guys got in your family?
We got 5 boys, 2 girls.
Yeah,
That's a lot of kids.
that's a roster.
That was
That's
a small.
squad.
That was a small family back in the day. So just to let you know, my mom's. I think there's like 12 total.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my mom comes from 8 kids. My dad, 3. Very, very small back in
Yeah.
the time. That's the small percentage. Because back in the day, you had to just bust out the kids. Science and like the medical industry wasn't as good back then. So you had people dying, kids dying all over the place.
Everyone's dying.
Yeah, so they're like, well, we got to make up for it. Yeah, my parents' house, my neighbor, he came from a family of 18 kids.
18. Oh.
Wow. Who was the favorite? There has to be a favorite. In
There's
18.
always a favorite.
in 18 kids. You know?
A-Cat's like the favorite boy.
That's nice.
No, dude, me and,
The favorite male boy under 35, in between, older than 24.
Well, actually, I'm at 35, so technically, I can't use that. Let's edit that
at the age
out.
of 35.
dude, I don't think anyone,
Favorite
like,
boy at the age of
any of our friends in like our little Russian community and like our American friends that know us, I don't think anyone thought that me and A-Cat would be married at this current moment because we were wild boys.
Yeah.
Wild boys.
Oh god, yeah, it was pretty crazy times. That's
Like,
for sure.
Full of alcoholism, like just fueled by alcoholism.
Cocaine and strippers and
We
alcohol.
made it out. Cocaine and stars, baby. We-
Made
Not
it
A-Cat,
alive.
not
made
A-Cat.
made it alive.
Yeah.
Made it out alive.
yeah, made it out alive.
Can't wait to hear these stories. Hopefully some will be popping up.
Dude,
Talk about the
we
fishing boats.
we would start drinking on a Sunday, and then Monday afternoon we're checking
End up
into
in
a Vegas
Vegas.
hotel.
End up in Vegas. I don't know. That's
Getting upgraded to a suite because it's a Monday, and they're like,
it's actually not the only time I've done that. I've done that 2 other times. Wake up in Vegas on a Monday.
yeah,
One with
3
Tim,
times,
One with Tim. One with you.
2
Wait,
with me.
2 with you. My bad. But then you left early, and then it was just me and Dia.
The second time was a mistake. Should have never went the
Shouldn't have
second
went.
time.
You had like college credits
Yeah,
and stuff
I
to
had
do.
a-
We had
I
to
had
fly 'em
clinicals on a Friday
early.
that I had to be at. So I was like, getting all like an anxiety attack. Like, what the hell am I doing in Vegas? Dude, I was sobered up.
Jeez.
Awesome. Yeah.
Was it the one where you had the backpack? Little
That
pony
was the
backpack?
first time.
That was the first one.
And dude,
So you were on that one.
yeah.
I was on both of his.
We had no luggage. Just went to the airport. We had a third. We had a little.
You don't
wolf pack.
need
We had a third
luggage.
guy, but
You don't need luggage.
he came to his senses at the airport and got picked up. But
Oh, word.
me and
Oh,
A-Cat, we
George?
pulled through. Yeah.
George
Pussy.
Save-A-Life?
Pussy. Should have went through, but
Yeah, that
he
was-
was being responsible.
It was only 2 days, that one. Just go.
man.
Who cares?
That was
Go.
awesome.
You're young. You're single. You got momentum. Do it.
Vegas, 2 nights, just black
Momentum.
out the whole time. Then come
Yeah,
back.
highlighter shoes. Damian Lillard's.
Yeah,
Buy
dude.
Coke on the strip.
Taxi driver.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but that's awesome. Like, no luggage. You go in there, hit up the store, get whatever clothes you need.
Throw away your old ones.
And the best move when you go to Vegas, don't go with a crew of guys, dude. Keep it like a group of 3, 1 to 2 guys extra. So so like a total of 3 guys.
3. I
Well,
think
if you go
3
like
is good.
if you go like 8 guys,
They're not letting you into half the places, dude.
Well, and
whoa,
how are you-
whoa! Way too many cocks coming up here, dude.
exactly. You need some girls to get you into the clubs out there.
Sure.
Yeah, or you just need to go to the Magic Mike show, Thunder Down Under. That's the
one.
move. That's the one.
Australian
That's a
one.
bingo.
That'll be for another.
That's
That'll be
bingo.
another podcast in a year down the road.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Great show, by the way. Great show.
But so we're gonna get into some commercial fishing out in Alaska. That's what Captain A-Cat does. Captain of the fishing vessel Barracuda. He fishes out in Bristol Bay. You know, like Deadliest Catch does the crabs. Well, Captain
We
A-Cat,
deliver to those guys.
he does the same, and they deliver. Like, we go out there with fishing, they deliver their fish to those boats because it's the off season. That's why they're all out there tendering.
Yeah, Casey's my boy from Cornelia Marie, but he wasn't out there this year.
Wasn't out there this year.
Doing his show with Jake or something like that out in Hawaii. So kind of was pissed off at that, but it was all good.
Are they still doing the Battle of the Bay?
God, no, that was a terrible, terrible, terrible show.
Yeah, I saw one episode, but I saw the boats that would all cruise around. That had
Were
the
you
whole
on it?
camera crew?
Or
No.
what was Battle of the Bay, for those who don't know?
Well, okay, so they have a Cook Inlet show which ran for like 7-8 years. Then they tried to do the Battle of the Bay because Bristol Bay is the place you want to be if you want to make money for salmon fishing.
Yeah.
It's way more hardcore. Everything's just more insane about it. Line fighting, the boats hit each other.
Okay.
And so they're trying to do a Bristol Bay show like the Cook Inlet one, but just completely butchered it. Just wasn't good editing. Just
Okay.
picked
So
a
just
couple bad
battle
boats.
around.
Picked a couple bad boats to follow.
Loser boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They had that one good one that fished in Naknek that actually that Turan guy or something, his last name was really weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
American dude?
Yeah, American dude.
His last name was Turan?
Something like that. Really close to my last name.
Distant relative?
No, American. I have no.
no
There's
idea.
coincidence. There's a Turan that played for the San Francisco 49ers, that big black offensive lineman.
Oh, Tosca.
Yeah. So
Yeah, there you go.
there's
Yeah, line fighting. Give us a little rundown on line fighting. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit is badass. So line fighting is
Oh, did you want him to explain it, or
he's
No,
gonna
no,
fish
no,
it.
no.
But there's a boundary.
you guys are both fishermen, so
Yeah, I haven't been out there for 2 years. I was kind of fiending to go this last year, but I'm
That's some
glad. I
check
didn't
out
go.
right there.
But line fighting is the boundary. You have people don't really take turns. It's kind of
Free for all.
it's a free for all, and you have all these big ass boats in this small area playing bumper boats out there a little bit. You see like guys throwing out all their gear, hauling balls like 30 knots, setting their not 30 knots,
About 20.
but about 20 knots setting their gear, and some guys will just get insane whiplash and a whiplash where. How long is your average net?
900 feet.
900 feet
Total.
You see guys rip about 600 feet, like just whiplash.
Maybe around 150 feet, 300 feet, depending on how fast they're going. If they're in the crazy line fighting and they just got to go, and they
Yeah,
get stuck under the lead line.
I'm seeing this picture of a boat on fire.
Oh, yeah, that was the third opener. That was Vavil Kalugin's boat got on fire.
All right,
Everybody made it out, though.
Okay.
Everybody made it out
they had
alive.
to jump in the water.
No. You know how close everybody's in the bay.
Mhm. So someone came and picked them up.
They didn't need to call Coast Guard just yet or anything. Everybody was off safely.
So it's a lot of boats in this really. Is it a small bay or
Well,
is it big? But
it
the
depends.
fishing.
It
like
also
the
depends
hot-
which place you fish at, too. If you go Igigik, that
Igigik.
north line, yeah,
Okay.
they have the weirdest names.
Yeah.
There's basically four real places to fish out there. They have Nishigak, Igigik, Naknek, and Ugashik.
Okay. Are those
So-
native
Eskimo
names?
names.
Yeah,
100%.
So the craziest one, you could go between two of them, but I think it's Igigik North Line because it's so shallow, and the boats that do really good are the super aggressive guys who are just in the shallows, setting at 20 knots, and you got police, going above you, so
Okay.
you're not over the line.
Yeah,
You
coast-
got skiffs.
Fishing game.
Fishing game,
Fishing
not
game.
Coast Guard,
yeah.
fishing game.
Yeah.
And so you have to make sure you're not past the line. And so as the tide's coming in, you set your buoy out. Hopefully you're not over the line. If you are, they'll
They'll let you know or ticket you?
They'll get you a ticket.
Oh,
I got
they
a
don't
ticket. I
even
got a couple
warn
things.
you, dude.
I was 60,
So they make
60
their
yards.
nut.
Yeah, I was 60 yards over the line, and I got a ticket. It was bullshit.
Oh, you just got one this year?
No. This is
How much was it?
like 3,000, but then they took it down
Oh.
to $1,500.
Okay, because you writ like a
Probation
apology letter.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Probation. They give you probation.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
serious
those are some
shit.
serious guys, man.
And if you
60 yards and they give you probation.
Yeah. And so some of those guys, they'll set like 100, 150, depending on if you see the fishing game guys.
Some guys are ballsy, dude. Some guys-
Some guys are really, really ballsy.
God
I don't have a
fucking-
boat. I don't have a boat like that could be as ballsy as those guys. I'm only driving 7 knots and they're set at 20 knots.
And so they're setting, they're just like throwing
They
shit
throw-
off the back.
They throw at the buoys, which is hooked up to the net.
Okay, he goes,
And then you just go as fast as you can because by the time you already set out like 200-300 feet, there's another boat already going. So it's just like a nonstop jet
Wow.
boat show. And they're like 10 feet apart.
that's
A
insane.
lot of the and
a lot of middle fingers, a lot of people yelling from their deck, fuck you, because you're corking guys off, and that term
Yeah.
corking them off is
you're taking their fish.
yeah.
Right. It's like someone on Price is Right when they bet at $1, the next person goes, I'll bet $2.
Yeah.
Sweetie, I can't explain to you like
It sounds like a fucking shit
how
show.
awesome it is, dude. But it's like you got your captain, and then we're all the deckhands. We're on
Yeah.
the deck, and your captain's like getting ready, and there's boats all around. Like nets are getting tangled up. Like people are bitching. Boats are ramming into their boats. Like we had one friend whose cabin, like a big ass hole just in his cabin. Another boat hit him. Oh, boat was that?
I don't know. I know a lot of us that got hit.
Mercenary. I remember Mercenary got a
Oh,
big
Matthew's
ass
boat.
hole in it, dude. But
Yeah, it's just
it's awesome. How
How long does it last for? So like the season, you could fish all day, right?
no. It's however long fishing game lets you fish for.
That is so funny. It's like a race every day. Just kind of like a starter pistol, like
Basically,
essentially
yeah.
it's like you fish for about
5 hours.
they have an
6
opener.
hours.
about
Yeah.
like 5
Go
to like
deliver.
7 hours.
They'll let you go off. Then another 6-hour opener. But by the time you actually go deliver, you only get maybe like 2 hours of sleep and everything. You know.
Yep.
And
So
then
you're-
and it depends, like because sometimes you got to wait in line to
Yeah, to
deliver your
deliver.
fish
Because
they-
everybody's doing it.
yeah.
So you
And then-
might have to wait 20 boats to actually deliver, which is going to be like 2 hours.
So
And then you're not gonna get a
when
nap.
you're delivering, are you all delivering to the same person and it's like market price?
No. So you deliver to like say Cornelia Marie's in my cannery, Peter Pan. So I'll go tie up to them.
Peter Pan Cannery.
Yeah, seafoods. And
Okay.
there's like a trident,
Those
icicle.
bastards.
Yeah,
Copper River.
Copper River, you were saying that they do some good stuff, right?
Yeah. That's when you see the term when you go grocery shopping. Copper River Reds. Straight out of AK, baby.
Anyway,
And so you go deliver to them.
Yeah.
And then from there, they take it to the processors
okay.
because we're out 3 hours away from processors or town and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So we can't keep on going back and forth.
So do you have a deal with these?
No,
with the
that's
companies?
that's the screwed up part. Is they only announced I would have had one more day of fishing left before we were gonna be done, and they only announced the prices. I was really pissed off. They announced it on the 20th or something.
That's a real
July.
bullshit thing that I have a problem with in the fishing. It's in this part of Alaska where we go fishing in Bristol Bay.
Yep.
You'll fish like essentially the whole season, and you'll hear like rumors about what the price is, but no one knows what the set price
That's so odd. It
Kinda
doesn't go up and down.
It's kind of
every
like
day.
berries out here too.
is.
So.
Working blindfolded.
Yeah, berries they kind of announce a little later off in the season.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like just like every day there's a new price. So just kind of like gasoline speculation, like there's salmon speculation. But it's really just at the end of the season they kind of like reveal what's behind door number one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes you get Wayne Brady saying, "Nope,
Yeah,
you
what
got
was that?
zonked. You got zonked."
Zonked.
Like
So-
this year, you got
So
zonked.
is it each company has their own like almost like price
They're-
unveiling?
Yeah, but they're all pretty close because the
Yeah.
canneries are so big to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all around the same size, and right now they're all teaming up, so everybody's almost the same price.
It's almost like a monopoly.
Exactly.
You guys that are going strike.
Fisherman union. Is there a
Wait.
fisherman's union? There's got to be a fisherman's
Yeah,
union.
but some people do it year round. That's their only job.
Yeah,
They,
you're not
come
going to
out
be
here,
able to get a bunch of fishermen to go on strike. Because
You're still gonna fish.
there's going to be so many boats on strike, and you're like,
Okay, I'm gonna fish.
yeah, there's no boats out.
And
There's no boats out in the ocean.
Then you see them fishing. You're like, oh crap,
Actually-
I'm gonna go fish.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's that. But I think if there's no fish, guess what? Fish prices go higher because supply is lower, and people aren't buying fish anymore. And
What do you? Yeah.
But
What do you say
gonna
about
be-
that?
fisherman-
Are you gonna be that boat to not fish and
true, you need to get everybody on board. Huh.
yeah, that's
Pun
the
intended.
problem.
Pun unintended,
That's the
but-
problem.
Yeah, because there's gonna be like hungry people who are
Yeah.
gonna
Like I said,
not
it's-
do that.
So
It's-
if-
There's guys that got to pay off their boats.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they're like,
And
I
like
can't afford.
taking a week off is not gonna.
That's just
I mean,
not
not
gonna
in their
happen.
business plan.
some of these boats, like
These Motolitos are way too convenient. I'll say that too.
sponsorship drop.
We've been
Some-
trying.
some-
We've been
Modelo.
trying.
Craft beers.
There's some Bristol Bay boats, $1.3 million. I said
Wow.
they got $1.3 million. So
There's some
big
gorgeous boats. These are big boats. Big
boat-
fast boats.
and big
Big.
boat payments.
Are they mostly modern? Like not like an old wooden schooner kind of deal.
No, these things are just they go 40, 45 miles per hour.
Whoa, that's a
Yeah, I mean they're insane. They're
Comfortable, nice cabin. Because
yeah.
when we got fishing, we don't go back to the harbor until Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll come
And
back
those-
Saturday.
And those Americans, they literally stay on the water for a month straight. They're not going back to the harbor like us Russians are.
Yeah, we don't fish
Oh,
on...
interesting.
We don't fish on Sundays because Sunday's big
Yeah.
holiday every Sunday.
Right.
So
You guys just get drunk on the boat.
Not on Sundays, Saturdays.
Saturdays on the boat.
I don't... during the week, I don't ever drink on the boat.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
you're a captain with Fred, so
Yeah.
hard for you.
But I don't...
If you go on Mercedes,
I
you're
don't
going to
li-
be doing some drinking though.
I don't like fish. I'm not right now.
Interesting to hear all these.
I'm not a weekly drinker. Like I don't drink during the week,
Yeah.
and especially like in Alaska, dude. You don't want to be hungover, waking up on a boat like
With 40 and
rocking.
40
I'm lucky I don't get seasick, but
40 knot winds and 10-foot
oh
seas.
my god, yeah. How was the weather this year? Because
It was
the
actually pretty
last
good.
time I went, it was just the worst weather the whole time. 2 years ago, it was like every opener was like 45 knot or like 40 knot winds, 10-foot seas. Not every opener, but it was raining almost just about every opener, and it sucks. And it's like 3 a.m. and you're out there like raining sideways.
Why am I
dude.
here? Is it worth
Why
it?
am I here?
Is it
dude?
worth it?
Yeah, that thought goes through your head every day. Just, you know what I risked for 21 days out there? My sanity, dude. Because
Yeah.
when you're on a boat, you got no service. Like
The
you
other
read
guys-
books, dude. You learn how to cook. That's where I learned how to essentially cook is on a boat. You don't want to eat shit food the whole time.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, buddy, when you show up into that harbor on a Saturday and you get there early, the most depressing thing is when you don't make the tide into the harbor and you got to like anchor up outside the
Aw.
tide and you can see everyone in the harbor like jumping boat to boat like with cases of beer and you're like, damn, dude, I want to go party. Where is C in? Where's that bar at? What town?
Dillingham.
Dillingham, Winnie. There's this town called Dillingham.
Dillingham.
And they there's bears that just walk around. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, and a lot of these
Dillingham,
fishing towns, they're like crackhead towns.
Oh God,
I'd imagine, yeah.
They're just straight fishing towns.
On Sundays, where Dillingham's at, they need a sober Sunday. You can't buy alcohol because there's too much local drinking out there. Yeah.
Way too much, but the bars out there, the one bar, C in.
Oh, there's
till
two.
you can't-
There's two.
Oh, the Red Dog.
No, that's a Neck. This is closer to the airport.
Oh, what's this other one?
Yeah,
called?
it's more local. People who live there usually go there because they got vehicles.
Do they hate the Rooskies?
I'm pretty sure everybody does.
Yeah, everyone, dude, because they're during fishing season, they just like overtake
Trouble.
of Rooskies and
Yeah, but it brings
Yeah.
so much money into the city, though.
oh yeah, but so many kids
At
get in
least
trouble. Like
stealing
every
the
year,
fish.
kids get arrested.
At least $10,000-$15,000 are spent a
Yeah.
weekend out there. You know, guaranteed on
Definitely.
booze and groceries and laundry and all that stuff.
Yeah, beer's so expensive too out there.
Around $45 an 18
Let's
pack.
say price is Canada.
What? Why is that? Is it because just
Shipping.
the shipping? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like it's so remote and out there.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. You ever think about just like loading up the
I do.
halls full of beer cans?
Oh,
and
I ship up food. I bring some alcohol up there, but then after a certain weight, I get priced at like 65 cents a pound. So by the time an 18 pack actually comes out there, it's
it's around the same.
$35, $37. It's like, oh, whatever.
Well,
Just buy it out there.
True. Yeah. That's insane.
But if
though.
you buy a bottle, like if you do bottles, it's definitely worth it because
That's what backpackers do. If you're like a not like an alcoholic like backpacker, but when you go
Sounds like an alcoholic backpacker.
when you go camping, you bring the liquor. That's the way to do it.
what was that?
I was the ghost. That was the ghost. Do any of these? Okay, actually, interesting. My parents had worked on boats before. They worked on old wooden ships, but
Not yachts.
not
the
yachts.
The Mayflower.
This is like my parents came over on the Mayflower actually. No, so they described that there were sometimes ghosts on these ships. Did you have a ghost, or have you heard of like any crazy paranormal stuff happening?
Yeah, I've heard
out
of
there?
people kicking their deckhands off in rough waters and coming back to the harbor without them. Won't say any names. But yeah, we know some guys with some deckhands that disappeared on fishing openers and were never to return.
Are you fucking
They
serious?
try to go on other boats or they got fired.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just right there on the spot.
Or kicked into the water.
Maybe. I don't know.
Dead. Like, I don't know.
You have been terminated.
Very
Wow.
crazy.
Surprised Roadie had he got kicked off. I'll be honest.
Good deckhand.
I know he picks
I'm
out.
a good
I know he
deckhand.
picks out fish fast, but I mean,
Good deckhand. Dude, so like I said, my favorite time coming in Saturdays, you make it into the harbor, and it's a free-for-all drinking. He's got this boat called the Barracuda, and that is the spot. Dude, he has a huge engine room. There was one night, we like went hit up the bars, got like great, just we were browning out, blacked out.
Slow, yeah.
We get back to his boat. He wasn't with ACAT wasn't with us, but we were with his deckhand. And we always bring. There's always multiple people on all the boats. Everyone's drinking.
Yeah.
All these boats are tied up
you
to
could
each
only
other
fit
in the
like
harbor.
6 to 8 people on a boat before you're like, ah, crap.
Yeah.
You got to split up the parties.
But the thing
Lot of
with
fun.
But
Barracuda,
everything's all close together, right?
Yeah, we're all tied up together, literally
Yeah.
tied boat.
cool.
yeah, people just you're like walking with the case. You're walking because sometimes you have to walk
Over.
on other people's boats to get to your boat.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you like walk through the case of beer, and then you'll see a whole crowd, and they're like, "Come on in, dude. You come on in."
And then there goes your case.
yeah, there goes the whole
Community
case.
cases.
And it's not like, oh, a couple beers. People get obliterated. Like it's just everyone.
I mean, you're away from your family. There's
Yeah, dude.
no girls.
My favorite part, there's this Russian holiday that comes
Testosterone.
in,
Yeah.
and it's like 2 days of no fishing, and that's when all the captains like fly in their wives and kick out their deckhands.
July 7th and July 12th,
Yeah.
and those holidays land on Saturday or Monday. You
Yeah.
got the 3-day weekend binges.
They fly in their wives and
Binges.
get them pregnant.
Those are the scary ones. Jeez.
But we had a
Jesus
time
Christ.
on
What an amazing,
on one of the
crazy-
boats. The captain, this boat had a really big engine room, old school boat, kind of
Okay.
different than all the other ones. We were sitting there smoking some reefer in the engine room, and the bathroom on this boat is like You walk from the cabin, you walk down like one little stairwell, and then it's the bathroom, and then you walk down another stairwell. You just turn the corner, walk down against the engine room, and we were ripping bowls in the engine room. And then we walk upstairs, and the captain's sitting there taking his shit, so fucked up, and he's like so confused because he sees us walk. He didn't even know that. He did not know that we were on his boat, and so he sees us, and while I was taking his shit, we're like, "Oh, you stink!" And we just kept walking, and he was looking around like, "Where the hell did you guys come from?" And dude, the last time I was out there, we were partying on 8Cat's boat, dude. The fire extinguisher went off. TV broke. We were playing like two-hand touch football in a little cabin of a boat. Rowdy.
That's insane.
When my
These are my
cousin,
non-married days.
yeah, we were not married. Zero fuck. We weren't flying in any girls. Like we were just hanging out with dudes. Like nothing but cocks.
You could probably fly in prostitutes. I mean, right? I bet people.
He didn't get paid that much.
Hey. They have so the locals.
He had some
Captain's
local
camp.
girls. He had some local girls.
The locals are a sore sight. There's like me. There might be one. Like if there's 10 girls, there might be one of the locals that's like.
The Cannery girls were pretty nice too.
But we have different classifications for girls in Bristol Bay. We'll be like, if this girl is a Portland 6. That's a Bristol Bay 9, dude. Yeah. That's like we have we got skewed classifications for girls out there. But a lot of these canneries, they bring in girls from like San Diego, San Fran, like Seattle to go run all their office work out there during the summer.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you want to become
I don't know. They
with.
sometimes have those girls out the way from like Yugoslavia and all that stuff.
Oh shit!
Well, that's human trafficking.
J1s.
Right?
Yugoslavia.
Probably getting paid $2 an hour.
Probably. This is what it is in America. $2 an hour. $2 a fish, dude.
Hey, $2 a fish, I'll take it.
Yeah, what was the price this year?
70 cents base price.
Oh, disgusting.
I know.
Yeah.
It would nearly dropped in half. I think we are getting close to $1.60 last year. So just think about
It's
what
almost double. I mean, that is more than double. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then, but so it's 70 cents, and then we'll have about 20 cents of incentives. So we should be able to get around 90 cents or so. But still, I mean, that's 70 cents less than last year, and a lot of people ain't getting a lot of work done.
You get there's a price change if you have like so every boat on its deck they have these flaps. You open up the flaps, and then you have like this area that you put all your fish in until you go and deliver.
Yeah.
And they have like different things where if you have, you fill up these holes, the fish holes. You put these bags in there. You fill them up with like water, ice, all that good stuff, and then your fish just sits in there.
Yeah.
And then until you're ready to deliver. And some companies will give you like an extra 15 cents if you ice them or you water them.
Bleed them.
Okay.
Bleeding them is the worst, dude. That's like.
What's the extra steps it takes to bleed a fish?
Well, sometimes you'll have like a fucking 1,500 fish on your deck, and you got to go through and like bleed everyone before
So it's
you
like
put
little wire that goes in them, or
just take a
knife.
knife, just stab them in the gills, get the blood going, and toss them.
okay, because you're taking them up from the net, right? It's a big old net, and then everything gets dumped. And then,
Well, no, you got to pick them out.
Yeah. pick 'em out.
That's
Okay.
what you're
So
thinking of. That's seining, like in Finding Nemo when they go and pick up like that big old net of fish. That's seining.
Okay.
That's a different style of fish.
All right.
This is a gill net goes out, and then
It gets right up to their gills, and then you got to shake them out.
shake them out.
Shake 'em out,
Controller,
okay.
you control these hydraulics. The net comes
And then
in,
when you
shake
have
them out.
that
Shake
much
'em
fish
out.
on deck,
yeah.
it gets annoying. Like when you're up to your knees in fish sometimes.
Up
Yeah.
your knees in cash. That's it. That is.
Now that's
dude.
70 cents a pound.
I don't see fish as a fish. I see it as meat.
dollar
see,
signs.
see like this right here. See how it's I'm showing him a video by the way.
Hey, can
of,
you send me these videos after this so I can
I can do
post them all to social?
Okay, so less than I thought.
Well, that was only a third of our set because
Yeah.
I got a weird deck. That came out wrong. I don't have a flush deck where
Yeah, your deck's not that
the
big.
new the new flush deck you could
looks
fit
you
like
need to repaint your deck.
yeah.
Need
It's,
some Viagra
like I
on
said,
that
I need
deck.
one of those. I need one of those $900,000 rooftop boats. Joe, at me if you listen to out here.
Yeah, was that what you're thinking?
Joe and Fred
If
get
you-
that Malala boat.
when you decide, because you are going to retire the Barracuda one of these days, when you decide to go and build a boat, are you going to go aluminum or fiberglass?
Good question.
Well, if the Roadhouz will hook me up with a deal, I'll probably go with them. See, I wouldn't mind going with them. That way, I don't have to fly to Alaska if I get one of the Bazargans to build it.
Exactly.
They're really good boat builders too.
But they're fiberglass.
Fiberglass, they're nice,
Okay.
but it'd just be nice to just roll down to Malala and I want it like this. They could switch it right there on the spot.
Exactly.
Because out there, I have a couple buddies of mine, Peter Edifeev. He's going in blind. He kind of gives them a plan. His boat turned out really nice, but
It's got a prop.
that's the problem. Sorry, Peter, but you should have won jets.
So it's propeller versus jet.
That is like one of the main things right now.
You could get 12 inches more shallower, which
With a jet.
with the jet,
Yeah.
because you don't need the prop.
Also, you better turning, probably, right?
If you get 2 engines, you could 0-point turn like a tank, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking insane.
Hey, like that's the main thing. When tide goes or you need to go fish in more shallow
Shallows.
water, dude, you
Yeah.
get haul balls with jets. Like prop, there's been so many times when I fished on all prop boats. So it's like when you're going through shallow water, there's been times you got to pull over, change out the prop,
Jesus.
park close to the shore. So when the tide goes out, you're beached, and then you go change your prop out to go through
way.
different areas.
You got about like 4 or 5 hours to change your prop out. By the time it goes out, comes back in,
Wow.
the tide.
And you
you're ti-
literally beat yourself
Yeah.
purposely. Okay.
Like the tides out there are really crazy. They're like a difference of 20 foot.
wow.
Yeah, so I mean, they're not small like 10-foot tides. I mean, we're
Big.
big tides, yeah. Big
Long
tides,
walk
big
down
fish.
to the beach.
Yeah.
Low tide.
And also those jet boats, when they go over shallow water, they could gas it really, really fast, and they only need about 16 inches of water. It
It's
compacts
a big
the
ass
water.
boat. It's a big ass boat that's just hauling balls over it. It's pretty badass to see.
How big is your boat, the Barracuda?
So it's 30. All boats in Bristol Bay are 32-foot max.
32-foot max. So that's
Max.
actually that's pretty small
Yeah.
when you think of like because other
Some of
fishing vessels are.
Around 44, somewhere in that
Right.
range.
It's
So
like those crabbing boats.
they're around
Yeah.
100,
Crabbing boats are huge.
116.
That's so interesting. All that in 35 feet. You have
32.
32. Sorry. You have a bathroom, quarters, right? Sleep in how many? Like 5 people.
Some of them can, yeah. The new ones
Yeah. So it's
that are wider, yeah.
You
around
can, sit,
four
you
crew.
can sleep about 4 very comfortably.
four very comfortably.
Yeah.
So captain
3 deckhands.
and 3 deckhands.
3 decks,
Three
yeah.
big deckhands.
That's the move. 3 deckhands. Get that.
You don't want a boat.
You want to get the fish.
You don't want a first mate.
Well, I mean, you have those 3 deckhands. Essentially, one of them is going to be the first
Right,
mate, or
right,
that's
right.
going to run
And
the
the cook.
hydraulics or whatnot. Cook, take turns.
One person
Unless
cook,
someone
one,
just fucking sucks at cooking.
one person
I
cook.
would get
then he's
really
then he's the guy who
irritated.
washes the dishes.
Yeah,
The guy who
there's
sucks at
there's
cooking
always
and
guys
washes the
that
dishes.
just I can't
Corn dogs.
I
Just
like
give me
that.
corn dogs or burritos. We're not eating corn dogs or burritos for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't stand
doing
the
that.
guys who
That
would
sounds
just like go
absolutely
and make
terrible.
themselves a meal. Because when you're on a boat and whoever decides to cook, you're cooking for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
cook
When you
once.
start cooking, you cook.
You cook for 4 people or whatever, and then you go that way. Everybody eats. You wash up and you go straight to bed because you want to get as much sleep in as you can.
There's almost no time in between.
Oh, it's balls
You
to
gotta-
the wall.
yeah.
Once you're out fishing, it's like sometimes it'll start at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you're going until 8 in the morning, and then you get a little break, and then we back.
And when they extend it over to until further notice,
The
then-
days last so long in Alaska.
it's around 2.5 hours of actual darkness from 2 to 4:30. I'd say
Wow.
you can see the sun go down,
That
and
must
then you
fuck
can
with
see
your
the sun
mind so
kind of
much.
coming up on the other side of the mountains
That's so weird.
at the same time.
Must feel so weird taking a nap like that. you know?
Well, I mean, it's all dark in there. Where the beds
Oh,
are
yeah,
cabin.
yeah.
It's all dark, but you'll wake up and it's like 11 p.m. You walk out, just bright as shit outside. It's 11.
So I'd imagine that there's substance abuse on like when people are out and about, right?
Absolutely.
Underway.
Guarantee.
You know, those
you can't,
deadliest catch guys.
you can't fish on that north line out there or those line
Yeah.
guys without a little
Little pep.
something in your system.
Oh, crystal. That's what, and it's not even Coke out there. It's crystal.
It's crystal meth, huh?
because they need results. They need. Hey, it's expensive as shit out there too.
Well, a pack of beer is fucking.
But yeah.
Well, my question is how do you deal with that? Like, you probably, I mean, do you run a? I don't want to like. Do you want to run a clean boat? Like, do you?
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah. So how do you make sure like you run a clean boat? Do you trust your crew?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if like something's a little off or like maybe
I can fire him.
greenhorn, just kick him off into the into
Oh yeah, I know.
into the
I know
deeps
of guys.
off the
Dude,
back of the boat.
There'll be guys that will just like, we do our little Sundays. We don't really drink because Sunday is kind of midnight. We'll start taking off to the fishing grounds to get Monday started. So Saturday is your party day. Sunday, if
Relax,
you
do
drink on
shopping.
Sunday, and like I've drank on Sunday a couple times. There's been a couple times I got drunk, but I mean I made it out to the boat. But I know some people that when just have gone missing for like a few days, and then they just get fired, and then the guy's like, "Oh, what boat can I hop on?" But no one wants them on their boat because they see what
Yeah,
you did on this
exactly.
other boat. So when you fuck up like that, it's very detrimental. How would you if like one of the listeners randomly was like, "I want to go fish in Alaska"? Well, how would you
Give us a
tell them-
pitch. 90 seconds. Let's go. Elevator pitch.
How would you tell them to go apart about like trying to find a job? You just look up Alaska class of fields. Who needs a decade?
Classifieds?
I don't know. I just talk to a lot of the Alaskan guys, man. You want to get on a nicer boat. A lot of the Oregon guys always want. Nick Camus needs some deckhand some from time to time.
There's always guys. And
There's
if
always
any of you guys
jobs.
any listeners in here would ever want to try your hand in some commercial fishing, give us a fishing. Is that what I just said? Dude, the Chambong is kicking in. Shoot us a DM if you're interested in being a deckhand. If I do get you a job and you turn out to be a fucking shitty deckhand, I will come to your house and I will put sugar in your gas tank. And I will never talk to you again. But it's an awesome experience, man. It's humbling being out there in the ocean. Like, being out in the ocean, the weeks are long. Like from Monday to Friday, when Friday hits, you're like, holy shit, we're going in soon. When you get into the harbor, because as a deckhand, I've been fishing long enough where, I mean, if I had the mindset that I wanted to go be a captain, I could probably be running a boat by now, but that's not my lifestyle. Like, I don't mind going fishing out. And at this point in my life, hot run, you need a good deckhand come in. That's me. But if I don't go, I don't need to go. But it's an awesome experience. But man, it takes a toll, dude. Is like I've gotten fights with other deckhands. Some of my best friends that
Yeah, you got slapped in the face with the salmon before. So good.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That sounds pretty tame,
I
though.
smacked so good.
Was on
around, dude,
Malachi- on
after that.
Malachi?
Yeah. Dude, I had one of my best friends, best man in my wedding. One of the best men in my wedding. We just it was a little stubborn. This is what it is. But when you're on a boat with someone for a long time, just one wrong word could trigger just
It
a
gets
whole lot
there.
of emotions.
It gets
and,
there.
Dude, people do it all the time. It's like boat fever.
Even on my boat this year, we were already dried up, flying out the next day, and they got in a fight.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just like, come on, guys.
And we
got
threw-
12
like-
more hours out here.
We were throwing
12
fists,
more
but
hours.
like I'm still friends with the guy that's throwing fists with.
Yeah.
We're still like good friends today. But at that time, he got so mad. I might or might not have punched him in the face, but after that, I got really pissed, and he was like trying to tell the captain to, "Hey, take me to land." And it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and the captain's like, "I am not taking you to the harbor. We're out here fishing."
You got to make money. It's hot.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's hot
insane
fishing.
for me just to miss out on all this. And the Alaskan fishermen out there, they're like hardcore. They're like, fuck you, figure it out. Like, that's what it is. So he was like calling tenders, or any tenders gonna make it, or any tenders going to the harbor today? And every tender, no, we're not going today. So he had to put his big boy pants on and deal with it. But dude, it's you really find out who people are when you're stuck on a boat with them for a long time.
I think that's when Rhodey actually locked his captain in the fish hole. In the Lazarus.
In a fish hole, huh?
Yeah, in the Lazarus. That's the Lazarus is where
I was drunk that day. That was it. Yeah,
That was a Sunday.
drunk Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, I did it as a joke, but my captain didn't think it was. He didn't think it was
No.
funny.
Nope.
Trying to kill him
The
off.
captain was an older gentleman who
He's a cool guy.
he's a cool guy, very good fisherman. He's got one son who likes to drive trucks off piers. But with that being said,
No, that was Malachi.
oh, I was thinking, I was like,
That was not.
did I lock
that was
Fred
not
in
Gambler. That was Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi. Yeah, he was not too happy.
The guy who you slapped, or the guy who
There's
slapped
this
you with the fish.
in the
also.
last. That's the where all the hydraulics are.
Yeah, the laser.
He was
Where the rudder's
working.
at.
He was working on all the hydraulics and stuff, and I just put like
Lid
a
on.
manhole cover. You just put it on and I lock it, and then you can't get out.
Nope.
Like there's no way out. If you're in there with no tools or anything, there's no way out. And he was like, "Hey, let me." But it was for like 10 seconds. So it was even long. But yeah, I wouldn't advise.
Yeah.
doing that. But anyway, so you are a captain, right? So you're the leader.
Yeah.
Do you you're also about to be a father, which is kind of like a leader of a family in a way. How do you go about running do you have like a management style? Like how do you go about like overseeing a boat, like, you know, your boat?
A lot of freaking work, especially when you have an older boat like mine. You always have to put like $10,000 into it every season just to like get it going again. There's always gonna be pumps that break, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just a lot of work. Prepare for the worst.
How much time do you spend in the engine room on a weekly basis while on the fishing grounds?
This year, I'd say 2 to 3 hours. So this year wasn't bad. We
How
had to
often are you
switch up
changing your oil?
once a year.
Just once a year?
Once a year.
If we go late, but I'm only there for around 4.5 weeks. So we're getting close to that 300 to 400 hour range.
Yeah, your style of fishing, you go in there, you have a set date and time, or you have a set number. You hit that number, you're like, let's go home.
No, I mean, if you're still, there was days where we're getting 8,000 pounds. I'm not going to leave that.
No.
So very late in the season, we're latest from the 28th was the latest I've fished. The earliest was the 12th. So it's just all on. Yeah. Plus, there was days that we were getting 6,000 pounds, but there was that one year they paid us. They wanted 50 cents a pound, and I'm like,
That was like what, 5 years ago?
No, that was like I think 10, 8.
My first
8 or
year
9.
in the bay was like 55 cents.
Yeah, I'm like 50 cents. I'm
Terrible.
like, I ain't gonna stay for this crap. I know they're selling it for like $10, $11 a pound. I'm not gonna make their money and screw me over.
I made like $3,000 that year only. That's the thing.
In 21 days though, right?
No, that was a full B-Bay season. The prices were shit. Wasn't really that good at fishing for us at least. But then like
I think that was 20.
you bounce back, then the next year you'll make like 20.
Yeah, that was
It's like,
2012.
whoa.
That was 2012. I
That
believe.
was a bad year.
But yeah, you just gotta always prepare for the worst out there. Even
Prepare
if you
for
got
the
those
worst, yeah.
nice ass boats, something will always happen.
Have
Something will always go bad.
any of your deckhands ever brought girls on your boat?
I don't know. Maybe.
Would you care? Should you care? Is it bad luck to do that?
It's bad luck to bring bananas on the boat.
Bananas and women.
I really don't know. I don't think so. What type of girls would be out there? Sergi Cam might have brought Hina, but they're married now.
Harbor hose? There's some harbor hose that.
Oh,
that
those. Actually, yes. I
There
remember.
are
Hey,
harbor
what's
hose.
that one boat that all?
Canadian Classic.
Oh, yeah, Canadian Classic always got the harbor hose on there, but no, it's big old aluminum boat with like green letters. I can't remember what, but they always had some hotties on there. They were always in the same boatyard as where your boat gets stored.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what.
Not sure.
Don't remember, but
Don't remember it.
whatever. So do you have your?
Thank you.
I know you've been running your boat with one deckhand until this year.
No, the last 2 years I'm going 2 deckhands.
Oh, you won the last
I'm
2
going
years?
2 deckhands.
Who was with
Two
you last
deckhands,
year?
so 3
It
people.
was Kopi,
Yeah,
total.
Kopi and
Kopi and his younger brother Nick.
oh, that's right. That's
Family
right.
ties. Nice.
Yeah.
And then this year you had Kopi and Mav.
Yeah.
2 fucking goons.
As long as they can pick out fish good. Who
that's
cares?
all that matters. What made you start going to 2? Because I know
Getting up
that was
there in
last
age,
that was
getting
last
older.
year you had. And how much picking did you actually do this last season? Because
I'm
as a
always-
captain,
I'm
You're
still
always
always
down
down
there.
there. I'm always down
Yeah.
there. Until I get that really nice freaking boat where I could stay on top and pull the gear with strong engines.
Yeah.
So I'm limited. I'm limited, very limited to what my boat can do.
Okay.
On
Yeah,
turning's
like
bad,
we were saying earlier.
It's good though. It builds character. I think
But,
people want a
hey,
captain who
hey.
has a hand in there, right?
but I'm catching just as much as the other guys.
Hey,
So I don't care. I'm
Barracuda
still up there.
might only move 8 knots at a time, but Barracuda catches fish,
I'm still catching.
finds the
them.
hot spots.
Grand old lady.
And you see these other
Barracuda.
boats that are like 40 knots, whomp, fucking cruising.
They're driving past the fish. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They can't see the jumpers.
That's what you cruise.
You gotta
This is Alaskans. They're cruising. They see one jumper. Oh, set the net. Throw the buoy. Throw the buoy out. And then like you'll throw it out. The whole net will release. And sit there for like 5 minutes. I don't see shit. Reel it up. And then you keep moving.
Guys, to the next spot.
Yeah, and as a deckhand, you're like, oh my God, waste of time. Waste of time, dude. The deckhand captain relationship is very interesting because you have I've been hanging out with guys that are all captains and they just sit there and talk shit about their deckhands. And then I've gone to another boat where it's a bunch of deckhands on one boat and they're like, oh, my captain's such a fucking asshole and stuff. And the dynamic between captain and deckhand is hilarious because there are, let's say I've never fished with a Cotty, but Cotty's pretty good captain. His deckhands all like fishing for him. He's had the same deckhand for years. But you hear some of these other nightmare stories of just guys hate their captains. Their captain wants to drown their deckhands. Like just
And they're
can't
out there
wake
for
up
like
and
3
shit.
weeks.
Well, you're there with them for 5 weeks, and a lot of
5
these guys,
weeks, yeah.
a lot of these guys are making their trips out from Homer, so they're out there another 10 days because they got to make that trip through.
I like that trip though. Have you ever done that trip?
No,
Yeah, you take
I
off
want
from
to.
Homer, Alaska. And it's like a week trip just to get to
so
the
they're still
fishing
on the boat.
grounds.
They're
Yeah.
still on the boat.
yeah.
Okay.
So before they even go fishing, because we fly in and get the boat ready for a week,
Wow.
they get the boat ready in Homer because that's where they keep their boats. Then they drive it, and then a semi takes it over a mountain, and they go through the lake, and
Yeah, you see bears and shit. Like
a lot of bears.
when you're cruising through, but when you're on that drive, dude, there's bears just like walking around the boat. Like these aren't just a little black bear. Like these are some big ass,
some Kodiaks.
some big ass
Kodiaks,
brown
man.
bears that'll eat you asshole first. Doesn't care if your wife's pregnant. We'll just eat the shit out of you.
But yeah, I
What's-
mean, go ahead.
Oh yeah. What's the craziest thing you guys have caught in the net?
There's not much anything crazy where we fish. It's usually just salmon where
Salmon.
we are.
Okay.
If you go Cook Inlet or Cordova, they're catching actually small great whites.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they small great whites?
Yeah, there's some great whites out there.
I
Like
thought they were
Dimitri,
just catching salmon sharks.
no, Dimitri Budanov caught some great whites. They didn't catch any salmon this year, so
You caught a great white?
they always catch great whites out there. They F up their nets big time.
Wow.
I thought it was just. I've never caught because I fished in this area that we're talking about
Yeah,
for
Bristol
a couple
Bay.
years. No, Bristol Bay is my most recent area.
Okay.
And guys, if you're going to go fish, go to Bristol Bay. Like
You want to make some money, go to
you
Bristol
want to
Bay.
make some money, go to Bristol Bay. But I fished in this other area, Cordova. Same fishing, different style boats, smaller boats, zoom around. But out there you'll catch like fucking flounders,
you're saying porpoises.
porpoises,
Which is so sad.
sand sharks. Dude, this
Yeah.
one guy one time caught 500 sharks in his net, and when 500 sand sharks. So you get these sand sharks, and they just like when they get in the net, they spin around. So it is
Everything's
a
turned over.
freaking nightmare trying to get them out of the net. That you're at the point where, dude, if you
Get the
catch
knife out.
Tommy Rutov, he caught like this one guy caught like 5,000 pounds of sharks in one night.
Is that profitable? Like, is that good
No.
stuff?
No.
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 That's losing money because they
They're
fuck
gonna
up your
ruin
net
your
so
net.
bad. You just gotta strip it. You just bring it in, just start cutting your net, eat that loss. And the sharks are mostly like at night. A lot of night sets. If you're not checking it every couple hours, kind of. In this area, you'll go to sleep, maybe like a good 5-hour nap, 6-hour nap, and then you wake up and a bunch of sharks in there. Ooh, it's a nightmare. But skates, I hated catching skates. You'll get this big old like stingray that's not an actual stingray, but it's in the
Right.
same family. And
Yeah.
they're like 5 feet, 6 feet wide. You're like, how the hell do I throw this thing off the boat? Because they got their little prong thing is
Yeah,
like
they got
flopping
the-
around.
Yeah.
And dude, those things suck to catch. Porpoises, when you catch a porpoise, if you
looks
get it
you in
on
the
the boat and
eyes.
it's alive,
Yeah.
you just throw it back. But if it gets on the boat, 'cause they'll kill themselves wearing themselves out in the net.
Yeah.
You put them, bring them on. You're like, I thought you guys were smart. I thought you dolphins
So
were
sad.
smart. But yeah, when you're out there, you'll see like Keiko jumping. You see those killer
Oh, shit.
whales.
Yeah,
You'll
I
see,
gotta
like,
show you a video.
Blue whales, gray whales, humpbacks. Like you see all
Belugas.
those. This is way better than SeaWorld. you see them in their actual element.
You know, Free Willy was filmed in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Like a story or something?
They just brought in, was that CGI?
Well,
Or Free
clearly-
Willy was a real whale, right?
Yeah, it was Keiko.
Keiko, yeah.
Keiko, the most famous of whales. Check this out, though. I'll show this to you guys. This is we're at the Hood Canal, and not like 20 feet away from shore. Not 20 feet away from shore, pod of orcas go right past us. Sounding is what they call it when they like scare the fish out of all the crevices and stuff.
They're smart as shit, dude.
But yeah, it was
That's
super
awesome.
close.
That's awesome.
When I was on my honeymoon out in Maui, we went and did a snorkel cruise,
Yeah.
and it was
You guys paid
humpback
some,
whale.
Okay. You guys paid some
mating season.
humpbacks.
We
to
fucked
jump.
some humpbacks, dude, and just bestiality. But it was humpback season, and they were everywhere. And I guess they all migrate from Alaska to Hawaii, their little mating grounds.
Oh, I-E.
Hawaii. But they were
Fucking
everywhere.
Hallies.
Pretty badass, dude.
Yeah.
Humpback whales, and you see them in Alaska, and you're like, oh, you don't think anything of it. You see so much
Because
like,
you're working hard.
marine
you just don't
life
give a
out
shit.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get why they'll pay $95 to go watch whale watching at Depot Bay. It's like most ridiculous waste of money ever.
Hey, sea lion caves are the biggest waste of money ever, dude. When you're cruising through Alaska, you'll just like look at some cliffs that you're cruising by at some cove in the middle of the ocean. There'll be like 400 sea lions just chilling on these rocks.
Yeah.
Or the
Assholes.
seals, man. We need more guns out there.
Yeah,
Oh, didn't they just legal? I think they
it's
just
illegal.
legalized.
No,
I think
did they legalize it?
I
No.
think so. There was
No.
something about
Because they jack your fish in your net and
I think
seal
it was
bombs. Dude.
it was more the dam, like the Bonneville Dam or whatever.
No, where we fish in Alaska. They
It's
just
not in Alaska. I think it's Oregon.
destroy
Yeah.
your fish, and they only eat like the heads or like a little bit of it, and then you'll just get like half-eaten fish. And it's like at least eat the whole thing, man.
You should really just really just have like maybe like a conversation with the seals, like a sit down,
The
like a
seal
meeting,
bomb.
like with
That's
the
my
seal
conversation.
Or
king.
just put down a gun and be like, okay, one more. That's it. You got one more.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you'll pull up a fish, and I imagine being a fish like stuck in a net, and then just a sea lion just chomping out half the body, like just bite marks out of the body. And PETA doesn't give two fucks about fish or marine life, because imagine if like salmon made noises, and as a fisherman, you're scooping up this fish, throw them on the deck, and then you're stabbing them to bleed them, and then you just throw them in these brailer bags, and they're all like piled up on top of each other. Can you imagine if fish could talk? They'd be like, "Fuck you, fuck you!" Like as they're being crushed by their brethren. PETA gives zero fucks about how fish are treated.
Really? Is that true?
I don't know. I never seen anyone complain about.
I don't think so.
I've never seen PETA complain about fish.
It's because it's animals. I think maybe they're
They're
maybe they're
mammal biased.
pescatarians. I don't
Mammal
know.
bias. I think that's what
Yeah.
they got. Hey, let me get one of those Modelitos.
You got me.
Modelitos.
Do you have any Zin, by the way?
Negative. I've
Negatory.
been hitting the sunflower seeds to counteract that.
It's good. There you are.
Yeah, hey, you want this for me, please?
Oh.
I got away from the long cut and transitioned to the Zen, and I'm losing. I'm losing money. That's
Rodeo on scoreboard is
low
not-
key
not-
depressing right now.
Not looking too good with the Boston Philly matchup. Just a heads up.
man. So if I feel lose, it's just my day's done. I eat those mushes.
Feel like LeBron right now. Just crap in a hole.
When did you watch that Blazer game the other day?
Did we lose? We lost,
Hell
right?
no.
We won?
You can't say we if you don't know the final score a day later.
Well, I live in Portland
Yeah.
as opposed to somebody
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
I watched the play-in,
Okay.
but
We just
I didn't
shit on
watch the
LeBron.
first.
Yeah. Game 1.
I didn't watch the first
That was
Memphis
a
game.
good game to bet
Actually,
on.
LeBron had a pretty good game.
He had a really good
17
game.
boards, 15 assists. He would have had 25 assists.
26 points.
something
25
like that.
points? Yeah. Real good
He
game.
would have had like 40 assists if Danny Green and
I know that
David Caruso.
you're a LeBron cock rider.
used to be, except
to be?
for
You off? You off the LeBron bandwagon?
he loves China too much.
Oh shit! I am off the LeBron bandwagon
off of
as
it.
well, dude.
Damian.
Like, I respect his talent.
Yeah, Damian.
Damian's just balling on a whole new level.
Dame.
Top 2 point guard for sure right now.
Top 1.
Top 2.
You know,
Let Steph Curry defend his title for 1 year. Everybody's got an injury year.
the
Here's his.
Warriors are going to be in the conference finals next year. Like, Warriors are playing for championship every year,
Well, if they get onto Tecumpo,
and then get rid of Draymond's fat ass.
Draymond hit a wall.
You got to get Draymond out of there. Draymond fell off a cliff. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson out here. Dame is better than Curry. I was on the bandwagon of Steph Curry being better than Dame. I love Dame, but I was like, I'm not. Like, Curry is good, but if you switch them spots, Dame would have the same amount of championships as Curry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
well, their teams were that good.
I don't think that Curry could lead a team as good as Dame does. Curry's always been blessed with. He's got the best.
Klay
He's got the second best shooter. Like, second best shooter
on your team.
Klay Thompson can score like 60 points on 5 dribbles. That's insanity.
He's done that before.
He's done that before. I think it was 11 dribbles, but 60 points.
No, I think it was like
nonetheless.
30 points off 4 dribbles.
Yeah.
Literally.
Wow.
Something like that. It was all 3 balls and,
And
then a
you know
couple
what it is?
layups.
He gives the ball maybe a bounce and then a shoot. Those are his dribbles. That's crazy. But Dame is just the whole package. He's like, I'm gonna go in there. There's on Twitter, Nasir Little, Blazers rookie. He tweeted. He was like, right when the Blazers got in the playoffs, he was like, man, earlier in the season, right before the NBA bubble started, these 8 seeding games, Dame Lillard walked up to me. He's like, hey, Rook, you're about to see something that you've never. He's like, hey, Rook, I'm about to do something that you've never seen before. We're gonna get in these playoffs. And then they got in the playoffs. And then Dame tweets back and was like, hey, we're in it, Rook. But what he closed the season with like 30, 40,
61.
63, or 61.
He had a 61.
Adidas had.
That's right, 61.
Adidas, that's his career high. He tied it.
Yeah.
Third time he's hit 61. Adidas had his
That is so.
Lillard 6 shoe. They changed the price from $115 to $61, all colorways.
Wow, how nice.
I went to
of
go
them
order a
to do
pair.
that.
Everything was sold out. Every colorway was sold out.
Really?
Yeah. And I heard about it. So I go to Adidas website, and like the initial tweet that posted that said, because I follow this Twitter account that shows like the best deals on shoes from around the whole internet.
Shoe
And they're
hustle.
like,
yeah.
all Dame Lillard 6s on sale at $61 right now, all colorways. So I went over there 5 minutes after seeing the tweet, and everything was sold out already. I'm like, jeez, dude.
Wow. It's good to see.
They're not that
man.
nice though.
Well,
the
that's
Dame
probably why
6s
they're
are not that
that's
nice.
probably why they're selling them for $61.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get rid of them. Be like, let's go with the next shoe. Let's go with the Dame 7s.
So what we thinking? Lakers, between the Lakers and Blazers.
Now I'm going Blazers in 6.
Blazers in 6.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here first.
Captain ACAT got Blazers in 6.
Blazers in 6. I hope so.
I mean, they can't guard Dame, but they also
No one
can't.
can
They can't guard.
Dame. No one can guard Dame.
Yeah, there's guys who are just
dude,
unguardable.
you're gonna put balding Alex Caruso on Dame? Don't make me laugh, dude. That's a bad move.
How many
Look at
points
this
did he have
white
in the
boy.
first game?
What do you have? 30 something?
It was in the
In the
30s.
30.
35.
Caruso had a whopping 2 points.
Whoa.
But
Crushed
35, he killed
Get
it in
this
the fourth quarter. Melo.
Get this guy a shoe.
Got to send Caruso back to Miami.
Man, if the Blazers had Ariza right now, woo, the Blazers' best defender is not even playing. Like I'm still waiting for that tweet that it's like from NBA. Trevor Ariza has checked into the NBA bubble. We're gonna quarantine him for about 5 days. I'm like, dude.
5 days.
Hey, and NBA, no positive corona tests in the last 5 weeks. Awesome. Good job, guys. So why the fuck isn't there college football going? Last time I had Paul in studio, and I told Paul this was months, like kind of when Corona first started, and I was like, dude, I don't think there's going to be college football. And there is college football starting in the spring. Is that what's happening?
Well,
and there's like 2 leagues playing?
No, that's the Big 12 and the Pac-12 because clearly it's all liberal out here. So Pac-12 definitely is not going to play. But
Pac-12
we're
follows like
liberal.
everything that the Big Ten plays.
But then you got the SEC.
Well, yeah, dude, Pac-12 was all Cali, Arizona, and Oregon.
Yeah, Nevada.
Yeah, the SEC and the ACC and the Big 12, Oklahoma, Texas, those schools, Alabama.
Those
They don't care.
Yeah, Alabama,
they want
and
the
SEC,
money.
they're playing
Yeah.
football.
They're
dude.
gonna
I can
lose.
see SEC going through.
It's a $1 billion
doing it.
billion dollar industry.
It's a lifestyle, man.
If those, yeah, but also if the football projects don't play or the programs don't play, then they have to get rid of so much other of those college sports that make zero money.
Clubs and shit. We're
Chess
talking like
clubs, archery.
the football schools fund so much, so much.
We were talking about this, I think. Was it last episode?
Yeah, a couple episodes ago.
Maybe a couple episodes ago, but yeah, there's just so much money tied up in football with those big state schools that they can't afford to not have some semblance of a season. So they have to do something. And
Yeah,
if a couple kids get sick, then it's probably not a big deal.
Dude, if a couple kids get sick, they're probably going to shut the whole thing down. Ohio State's quarterback was like, how is it safer to go to class, but then we can't play football?
I'm pretty sure they got to be worried more about STDs than
No one
coronavirus.
cares about STDs
Exactly.
in college. dude.
Exactly.
You know that syllabus week is all Molly. Dude, syllabus week is the best week of all of college. Dude. You show up, you move your shit in, you hurry up, move your shit in, and you start banging, dude. But wear your mask when you're fucking.
Yeah.
I'm protecting you.
And no rimming.
No
And
kissing.
no rim jobs. You gotta cut out a hole for the tongue. No, but like
Is there a
that's
story behind that point?
Yeah, absolutely. Off the air. Off the air.
Okay. For
No, my
those,
man.
for those of the
Can I get one
Patreon, I was about to ask, yeah. For those of the Patreon, that will be revealed there. Eventually.
no, but how can you have football players come and play, but then not have students, or they're going to have students in classrooms. Essentially, Ohio State's quarterback Justin Fields was like, I would feel safer if I was with my teammates because you know that the team, if they're playing sport, they're going to be tested every single day. That's what like NBA, UFC, they get tested every single day.
Get that big old
they're out there.
Q-tip up there.
But at what
Fucking
point,
schnoz.
if you have just the football team playing and no class, are you considered an employee at that point?
Weren't they talking about starting paying?
Yeah, and weren't they talking about that? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Wasn't the NCAA's mafia? They were talking about that they were going to start paying the kids in 2021. Do you see anything about that?
Well, not lately, but yeah, I heard about that. I mean, I think it's going to be more starting in the Big 12, I believe. I think it was Northwestern or something like that. Wanted to start, try and take some kids from Ohio State away.
Yeah.
Ohio State's like a juggernaut up there.
Northwestern's a bunch of nerds anyways, dude. I think it's stupid purple jerseys.
Any edge they could do. Bunch of lawyers up there getting past the NCAA legalities.
That's right.
So I know, I mean, dude, they put, and those college players gotta get paid because they put so much wear and tear on their bodies for those 4 years. Like I think there were studies back in the day where they'll lose like a year on their life or 2 years off their life just by putting those 4 years of college football in there.
That's it.
How hard it is.
God,
that's it.
I would say it's probably more than a year. but-
Oh, yeah. Well, I bet on average, I guess if you average it out,
Yeah, you're
With
getting
all
the
college
guys
players.
who are really getting hit a lot versus
Yeah. and then the people
roadies,
who are
the
getting,
bench warmers.
CTSE, right? Or is that the
bench warmer.
CTE.
CTE? Yeah, CTE. Apology.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. Oh god, that was
Too
fucking
soon.
Did you watch that
crazy.
documentary?
I did.
Too soon.
So good.
Too soon.
Too soon.
He was crazy. It's not too soon. Fuck that guy.
He killed a guy.
Aaron Hernandez
Yeah, he-
killed a couple guys.
Yeah, he
dude.
killed multiple people.
He's crazy.
He was whacked out.
He was so good at
That's
sports.
what happens
though.
when Bill Belichick does to you, man. He gets you crazy, all wound up.
Yeah, he made Gronk retire. Then Gronk's like, "Oh, Brady's gone. I don't have to play for Bill anymore." Man, I am pumped. We don't even know when NFL is starting, and we were gonna do year 2 of the Roadhouse podcast, fantasy football, but I don't know. That's still in the works because this has been such a weird year for sports. Of like, I don't really know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I wonder
So-
what cricket's doing. I bet cricket's fine.
Cricket.
Curling.
They're
Curling is probably actually yeah.
sweep a bitch.
Sweep all bitch.
I think curling should be fine. They're not really in contact with their players, right? Because they're just like it's all one person,
guy,
right?
and then you got the and then you got the sweeper. Well, 2 sweepers.
if you have a
Sweeper's
mask
got to
on
wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and no rim jobs.
I'm here to protect you. I saw a really funny meme today that for the maskers might be a little bit insensitive, but the meme was like, this person said, wear your mask to protect me. But I was like, do you want me to jog so you can lose weight? So it was something along those lines. I thought it was super funny.
Like memes sent by
did-
grandma.
Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed all the memes and stuff that have came out during this time. I'm ready to go, bro.
Memes are hot. The Karens too.
The Karen memes.
Arrest
Karen memes.
all the Karens, dude.
Crap.
We all know, like, did you ever know any Karens growing up? You know, a bunch of neighborhood kids playing out, and then, like, one of the Karen neighbor moms comes out, so I was yelling at all the kids for no reason.
I've been blessed in my life.
You never ran into any Karens?
Not in like the neighborhood situation, but I think we all run into Karens here and there. Have I had to deal with any Karen? Not personally, but I don't know. What about you?
Every Russian mom out there, I don't know.
Every
Always
Russian
yelling.
mom.
Dude.
It's always yelling about something.
I grew
Not
up.
picking enough crates.
Yeah,
Of
dude.
Back as a
berries?
kid, yeah, berries back in the
Bro,
day.
I would pick like 20
The
crates a
Russian
day.
berry mafia.
Yeah. That was our lives.
You are not picking enough.
Dude, you're like 12. You're like 10.
Quota
8
is
to 10
down.
years old. Quota is down. This is how you pay for your school clothes. Dude,
Close.
yeah. Dude, your mom wouldn't buy you school clothes. You had to go earn it. You want the bike? You want the bike this summer. No training wheels.
5,000 crates.
15 crates.
That's it?
I don't know.
For a bike? That's
But
pretty
dude, sometimes grandpa
A
would.
day.
Sometimes
Oh,
would,
a
like,
day.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Each day you want that bike, you have to pick 15 crates.
Yeah, first you get one handlebar, then you get, one tire. Here's another 15 crates.
Yeah.
The most crates I
Damn.
ever picked, I picked 30 crates in one day. And after that, I was like, I got to 30. That's my PR. I will do a 20 crate.
Solid 20.
Every day, like after I hit 30 or before I hit 30, after that, it was just once I hit 20, my day is done. Sorry, Baba, Dilla, I'm done. 20 crates, I want to go in. But like, yeah, we were young. That's how we grew up on the farm from like 8 years old. Picking berries all day. You come in for lunch.
Picking
you go back
berries.
out, and then you maybe come back inside the house around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. You help load up the crates and shit, the truck.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice once my grandparents sold their farm.
Because you didn't have to go out there.
No,
You
then
don't
you
have to
actually
go out
had a
there anymore.
summer.
Yeah, then you had a summer.
That's
unless you
insane.
went
Yeah,
to
what-
Alaska. If you go into Alaska, your whole
You're just
summer is
fucking
shot.
working.
Well, that's why I always go back early.
Yeah.
If-
And that's
like
why you go to the bay. Because you go to fishing some of these other places like ACAT mentioned earlier, Cook Inlet or Cordova. You're out there for like 3-4 months, dude.
Yeah, some of these or some guys only come back like
September, like end of September, the
When
guys
is
will
it?
come back.
it's the 19th. So some guys I've known that came back like around only about a week ago. I'm like, man, I can't miss that much of summer.
No,
I'll
dude.
s- Can't do it.
That's just
It's been
too
a
much.
weird summer.
What's the trade-off, though? The trade-off is
Money.
Cash.
more money.
Money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
But
Home pack. You ever think about
How much more money, though?
you ever think about setting up a contract with
Double.
like a restaurant?
I got 2 questions. Which one?
Yeah, how much money?
Well, I mean, it depends. I've heard of some guys do about in the 2-3 weeks out there, 30, 40,000 pounds, possibly, you know? So I've left perfect days where the next week they caught maybe 500 pounds, you know? So, and for out there being a whole week for only 500 pounds, you're losing money because you got to pay for fuel, you got to pay for food.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all the risk reward and how much you want to stay out there. And,
Right.
Yeah.
So you might make way more money. You might lose some money in the end. And not so much as a captain, but like as a deckhand, like what would you expect to walk away with?
Shit.
Like a range, I guess, because really depends on.
Well,
the
like
thing.
something like this year, up in like it's 6 to 15, somewhere in that range.
6
As a
to
deckhand,
15
yeah.
For
Deckhand this year, last year's deckhands were around like 15 to 25 to 30. Yeah, somewhere in that range. Yeah, that's what happens when you lose
What's
70 cents
what's
a
your
pound.
overhead every year? Like, how much are you spending?
what do your
out there?
taxes look like?
Can I see your tax return, sir? I figured $20,000 is my break-even point.
Okay.
By the time I pay for food, airline tickets, getting the boat ready, just everything, fuel, $20,000. Everything
Right.
after $20,000, I'll start pocketing some money.
How long do you plan on fishing?
How long am I planning to live?
All right.
your
that's
answer,
a good
brother.
It's
answer.
fun. Just it's a little getaway, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I say I want to go there for five and a half, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If I was going there for 3-4 months,
Nah.
I can't do it.
Nah. Yeah.
Sell it. Sell.
Sell it.
So your boat that you have right now, the Barracuda, right? This is an older
It's
boat.
like Barracuda, but Barracuda.
That not what I just said.
If I didn't know if you got it earlier.
I think I got it. But the Barracuda, it's an older boat you
Older
mentioned, right?
fiberglass, yeah.
Yeah, fiberglass.
1987.
Okay, 87. All right.
Yeah.
Still kicking.
So it's got a CRTV in there, right? Like one of those old tubes in there. Or do you have a flat screen? Like what's the media center look like?
We got a TV right there in the kitchen,
Yeah.
which is also the captain's chair, which is also
Okay.
a little
so
nap area.
got it. All right.
So it's all like one place, and then the very bow of the boat, we got all 4 bunks. So I mean,
Awesome.
everything is just packed in one little area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the nice fold down thing. When we're fishing, we put the TV up. Oh, I
cool.
updated it. I've thrown over $100,000 into that boat.
Wow,
easy
wow.
In the last 7 years, 7 years.
How
Every
many
year.
TVs have you gone through?
I'm probably on.
We've legit
Every
broke
year.
TVs on that boat. Dude.
I'm probably on TV number 6 or 7 right now, and I've had the boat for 10 years. So
Dude,
it's a little, and that's not because of rough seas. That's because of stupid idiots. including myself.
Us being stupid
Do you
idiots.
dock their paycheck for that? It's like, well, you
Well, not
you
if the
fucked up
captain
the
does
TV.
it.
Not if I did it. I don't take it out of my own paycheck.
Dude, I have a picture. I
Okay.
don't know if it's my old phone or this phone.
Check this out.
But dude, there was one day where I think me and ACAT were in our boxers the whole day. Just got drunk. We woke up.
This is a Saturday.
It was a 3-dayer. It was
Oh,
a 3-day.
3-day.
It was a
Yeah.
2-day party because I think we came in on like a Friday or something.
Yeah, and Saturday was a
then it
holiday.
Friday and Saturday, so we partied both days.
Fucking Russians,
And
man.
dude, we had like I said, like ACAT blew up the fire extinguisher on his own boat.
No, that was some other.
It was not
random,
you.
No,
but
that
it
was not
puffed
me.
you. It got you, and you were knocked out.
I couldn't breathe.
You was
I
laying
couldn't
on the
breathe.
ground, dude. There's just a bunch of bunch of punks in there. Like his deckhand thought that his deckhand is my cousin, very closely related.
Everyone's
His
your cousin
deckhand
already.
thought that he could take me, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I think I could take you. And then I just picked him up real quick, gave him a nice introduction to the floor in the boat, just introduced him to the Barracuda if he wasn't formally introduced
you
already.
guys met
And
before?
I just choked him the fuck out. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, how did you expect this interaction to happen? I love this kid, but he's like, it was one of those situations where like the young alpha male wolf was like coming up and wanted to test the long-standing wolf, and I just the
Still a little
long-standing
young.
wolf.
Still a little too young.
Yeah, he went got it. Yeah, he too skinny.
Got it.
He's too small. But yeah, we were like,
He
dude,
tested the
how
Tested the silverback.
How Jimmy G looks on A-Cat's shirt right now. That's what we were wearing on the boat all day, and we were like playing football. Like he was like, my hands were all up in his gooch. Like we were snapping to each other, trying to run routes in a cabin that's like 10 feet.
We're doing the run option. We were doing the
read option.
The old
trying to
Oregon
fake
Ducks
out the
read option.
linebackers and the DN.
52's the mic.
Shit show, but that's some of the best times. You go out there and
Yeah.
Probably won't ever happen again since getting older.
definitely not. Did you bring your wife out at all this year?
No,
She
definitely
hasn't
not.
experienced any fishing
Last year would have been actually really good because did some good poundages and then
Get some good pounding in.
did some good and just good weather too. There was some really good days.
Yeah, like the last time I was out there, it was like good weather was far and few in between. It was shit.
Raining sideways, yeah.
Dude, there's sometimes like, there's been so many times when you just get fucking lost, dude. You just get abruptly, I would have won like $100 right here. You just get abruptly woken up from your sleep because a problem occurs. Like everyone's sleeping, then all of a sudden, like the captain goes and checks what's going on outside. Like think about that. You're floating in the ocean, and then you're kind of blind because everyone's sleeping, and then you wake up to go check on something. The captains usually have like alarms, multiple alarms set on their phones to go check out, and you'll be like floating right into a big ass processor that's out in the water, and you're like, shit, guys, get up. Dude,
we gotta
wake
pick
the
our
fuck
gear.
up.
We gotta pick our gear.
A processor. What?
Processor's like pretty much a cannery on the water.
It's around like
Big ass
400
boat.
feet long. I mean, hotels.
Massive, yeah.
Hotels on water.
They have like helicopter pads on them and
Cool.
shit. It's pretty
So
damn
like
cool.
night fishing, you're not gonna keep on running your net. Some people do. Those super hardcore ones.
the ones that are on the meth.
But then you'll go through, say if there's like a 48-hour opener, you got to fish for 48 straight hours. You don't have to, but you're not going to miss fishing time. You're going to set out your gear. You're going to go take a 3-hour nap. There you go. You got all the riptides. All the nets started getting into each other. And then it's like, crap. I woke up one time, it was me and my late buddy Wally. We're fishing. And
Rest in peace, Wally.
Yeah, rest in
Love
peace,
that man.
Wall.
And then I wake up and I'm like, yo, wake up. There's literally a boat right next to us. And he's thinking there's like a boat, like we're getting closer together, like a couple hundred feet. No, I don't know how it happened. He had his net out. I had my net out. And our backs were about 6 feet away from each other. I don't know how it happened. It was incredible.
That's crazy.
Because like he got stuck
Nothing
in
tangled up?
nothing tangled up. I think he was on his bow and I was on my stern and he kind of rolled into my net.
That's the fucking line of Sparta right there, dude.
It
Ain't
just-
no
he-
fish getting past these two boats.
two nets. And so he didn't drift over my net. He goes, unhooks, goes to the other side, pulls. I pull my side for, a good 20 minutes, get away from each other, and then go pick it and reset.
Wow.
That was crazy. 6 feet away from each other. I could have jumped onto his boat if maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Winnie, if you ever want to go test your hand at some fishing,
I don't think I'd be a good. I mean, I probably would be a good deckhand, but
you get fat out there. You get fat. You get fat in Alaska because you sit
Can't
there.
run.
And nothing to do. Like some boats, you got some dumbbells on there. I did push-ups and sit-ups out there, but there's nowhere to run. You just eat junk food.
A lot of snacking.
A lot of bread, a lot of carbs, dude.
bread and beer.
But
A lot of fresh salmon too, though.
a lot of fresh salmon. Like
That's always nice.
the fish that you're eating out there, that's like $100 meal in a restaurant with that same fish. But we're
Kinda
just taking,
ridiculous,
taking
right?
the
Yeah.
caviar out, the roe out there, making
Yeah.
dude. What do you think about? Because I'm a pretty big fan of the salmon caviar, but it has to be when I'm in Alaska and fresh. Like something happens when it gets shipped over to Oregon. It tastes way different. I mean, that's a given because you're eating it fresh out of the fish, but then when it ships, but I don't really like salmon eggs out here when it gets
Wait,
when
are
it
you
gets
getting it
here.
at a sushi restaurant? Where are you getting it from?
Making it.
We'll catch fish in Alaska. We'll cut open the fish right away, take out the roe,
Freeze it,
prep it.
right?
You gotta prep it because they have like worms and shit. So you gotta
yeah.
there's a whole process to getting it edible. You like
Really?
you can't
Wash
just open the
it, cure
fish and
it,
then just
yeah.
start eating. Like there's a process.
You got to take it out. It's got all that like weird baby film on it,
Yeah.
Wash it out.
Wash
put some
it out.
salt and-
I've heard, yeah. So there must be like, is there any attrition from like your total stock from like worms and stuff, like parasites. Like with, because I've seen it before. Like people cutting open the fish and then you can see the worms.
Halibut has a shitload of worms in it.
There's not too much in salmon.
Yeah. It does occur though, right?
A little bit. No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much.
Okay.
Yeah. However,
But I think it's like more like the big meat eaters, like
the bottom fish.
the bottom fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones you don't, yeah. And then you definitely want to, if you're going to try and go on the rare side of eating them, you definitely want to freeze them for like a week.
Freeze it for a week.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do like the
Kind of like
sashimi? You know, like
I don't even think you'd want to do it with that.
really?
Well, unless, sushi grade, fish is like minus 32, frozen for 36 hours or something like that.
I guess you probably know better than I do.
Yeah, you would
Something
know,
like
I don't
that.
know.
And so,
So it is frozen
yeah.
to some degree.
They always freeze. There's no such thing as
Yeah.
actually fresh salmon. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're not a bear. And same thing with even with tuna. With tuna, you have to always freeze it for a while before searing it. So even tuna, all that stuff
Yeah.
that you could eat pretty raw.
Hey,
you
how was
still
that
have to freeze
last
it.
tuna trip that you just went on recently?
Which one?
Yeah, with your brother.
No, we
Is it-
just went sea bass.
Oh, just sea bass fishing?
Kick his
The
ass,
best-
sea bass.
What? Yeah, I guess that from this guy. He's like, hey, Cat's like, I don't even wake up this early to go fishing in Alaska. And then,
It was like 2 o'clock
and
in
then
the morning.
he sends me a snap at 11 a.m. My brother said this was the best day, hottest day for sea bass. We're already going home at 11 a.m. What happened?
Yeah, we
Catch anything besides a drunk? Or did you guys even drink?
no, we have a little bit.
Dude,
You need that whiskey
You know what your brother
Yeah.
told me at the wedding? We won't mention his name for his own sake. But
Your landlord.
yeah. And for my sake. We're sitting there at the wedding. And we're all I can't remember, I think my mother-in-law was next to me, and then your brother was next to me also. And he was sitting there. We're talking about working out. He's like, yeah, I do about 150 push-ups every day. I feel good. I'm like, classic Troy Polamalu right here, dude.
Oh dear Lord, man.
Who do you think has a bigger ego, you or this
my
brother?
brother for sure.
Oh yeah,
Brother for sure. It's not even close.
Dude, these guys look so similar. I think you guys are the most. You guys are the two brothers.
Whoa. We'll edit that out. Edit that out.
You guys look so similar, and both you guys like have a stepbrothers relationship. Like
We
when you
wanna
try to hug,
try to
like,
hug
the
each other,
awkward
but, like, punch each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your guys' relationship, and I love it. It's awesome.
Oh, I mean, it's fun to go on that trip and everything because we have a couple other guys fishing with us, and I'm talking about Alaska. And he also brings up Alaska, but I think he fished Cook Inlet. And I'm like, you don't know what the bay's about. I mean, honestly.
Oh, is that trigger?
Honestly,
Is that a
it's trigger. It's a trigger. Honestly, in like 2 or 3 hours, we can catch more than they can all season.
Yeah, well, true that.
It's crazy. No, honestly. Like-
What's your guys' age gap?
I don't know. He's a grandpa, so probably, okay.
He's a
Around
new
18,
grandpa.
16 to 18 years old, somewhere in that range.
Man. I can't imagine you get triggered up by your baby brother. What?
Need him to come out and go fish with me one of these years, too.
Yeah, just
Once I get a
come
new
for a
boat.
week. New boat for sure. Just why don't you just get it funded by him? We need a sponsor.
I don't even
Beer
know.
and Cuda needs a sponsor.
I don't know if $1 million boat, I don't know if somebody's going to
That
sponsor
could be
that.
cool. I mean, if the TV show followed, I think that'd be cool. People would put like things at the back of the boat, you know? If the film crew is following a boat.
Yeah,
you know?
usually they'll have there will be like a filmer on the boat, but then they put a
Cameras
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 on the
everywhere.
mast
Right,
and stuff
right.
like that.
A filmer.
on the deck.
You mean like a camera guy?
Yeah, camera guy. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
so-
know how much I would like to have a camera guy in the boat.
He'd get in the way a lot.
Yeah, like,
Because it's a small
Get
boat.
out of the
He's
way.
got to cook, right? He's unless
gotta
he's
clean.
terrible. Clean.
He's got to
yeah.
clean. He's got to clean.
because he's not picking no fish. Like
Gotta
he's got to
clean the
do
toilet.
something.
Yeah.
a Discovery Channel guy. You got to do something.
Well, those guys, from what I last heard, from what Casey told me, so the captain,
Casey.
McManus,
The guy?
Cornelia Marie,
Oh,
captain of Cornelia Marie
okay.
Casey. So the captains make $100,000 a season.
Mm-hmm.
The deckhands were making $20,000 a season. So
Those
that's-
deckhands work a lot harder than. Would you think the tender deckhands work harder than the gill netters?
It depends.
Because people are kind of delivering all day.
If it's 24-hour fishing, it's harder for the tenders because they're getting deliveries constantly throughout the whole day. They got to wake up from a 5-minute nap and all that stuff.
So I saw some of those guys are like $100 a day on the tender. Some of the deckhands, I'm like, what are you getting paid over here? They're like $100 a day.
Yeah, get a better contract.
Yeah.
That's on them.
Sell yourself better.
It's on them.
Dude. That's like this climate. What do you think? We're gonna wrap this up soon, about 5 minutes. What do you think about people, like everyone in this current climate society that we're in? Everyone wants shit given to them. Like everyone's like, we need to present a fair opportunity to everybody. But when you think about opportunity, like if you gave every single person the same opportunity, like a solid 35% of those people wouldn't know what the fuck opportunity was if it slapped them in the face.
Okay, if you give everybody $1 million, hold on.
We've seen how that works.
Hold on. Socialism, I get it. If you give everybody $1 million, only about 25 to 30% are gonna make something out of it. The other people are just gonna spend it and go right back into
lottery
track.
tickets.
Yeah,
lottery
NASCAR
tickets,
track.
and then go right back into bankruptcy.
Yeah,
so, I
absolutely.
mean, they're
How many of
gonna
those people that win the lottery and then just fucking lose it all in the next
Put it right.
2 years?
Probably 80%. Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
they're-
man. You can't just give like,
'Cause they're
imagine giving
stupid.
up someone that's been like in poverty their whole life and then you give them like 300 mil.
Or addicted.
Woo-wee! We
Or-
get some
yeah.
rum. We get some Cristal.
We paying off some AT&T bills,
Yeah.
maybe.
Fuck you, Sprint.
Maybe.
Nah, we'll
rich,
pay it
bitch.
off later. We'll pay it off later.
I just bought this cigarette straight cash,
I would like
baby.
to buy AT&T.
Oh dear Lord.
Let's get out of here. Well, ACAT, Captain ACAT of the Barracuda. I appreciate you for coming on. Winnie D's, I appreciate you for coming in, getting stuck in that traffic.
Coming in real hot.
Coming in
there.
real hot with the maybe go Chambong one more time before we get out of here.
I think so.
Possibly.
But yeah, guys.
We got two. I'm the only unmarried person in this.
I know, dude.
Oh God.
Put a ring on
And
it.
I'm without
I
child.
don't-
I got married late. I got married real late, 33,
33. How old are you now?
35.
You don't look a day over 28.
My wife said that I got engaged at 24, 25, and then
Your first engagement?
first
I'm joking, kiddo. I'm
I
joking.
don't have multiple engagements. It was close. It was close.
Stop.
But, yeah.
Vegas, crazy.
My wife was like, if you're 26, we're not getting married. I was 26 when I got married.
Yeah. Well, they do it young.
But dude, I wouldn't turn that down for anything because I lived such a wild life until I met my fiance, and then
You
after
moved
I got married, I fucking changed everything up. Like
It grows you up
It's a
fast.
change-up.
It grows you up fast.
like I'm not in real support of like the kids who get married like 18. If that's what you want to do, by all means, like just because you want to do it doesn't mean that I'm gonna support it. Like
Right.
I'd be like, I'm happy for you guys, but also like, dude,
There's
go,
this thing
go
called
live your life.
Rumspringa.
Yeah, Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
Make sure you're ready to go. And that's your guys' wisdom of the day. So
Old man wisdom.
yeah, old man wisdom, 35-year-old wisdom.
What is that thing?
You and LeBron are the same age, bro.
Is that true? What?
He's a little older
Yeah,
than me.
LeBron's
I got
35.
more hair. And more rings.
Way
a
more
better
hair.
I got
More
more
rings.
City League rings than he does. And risky rings. So, LeBron, you got to catch up. And you ain't winning one this year. So, come at me, bro.
Fuck you.
That's a
LeBron.
direct endorsement of
Yeah.
the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, we're not LBJ fans around here, dog. Guys, thanks for listening to the Roadhouse Podcast, most natural and unapologetic podcast in the world. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the Roadhouse Pod. Follow ACAT Trend. You got anything? You got anything you want to
Yeah, you wanna
plug?
plug?
Any Snapchat? You want to send some dick
Instagram,
pics out or anything?
Instagram, Facebook. I got
Yeah.
ACAT Construction LLC. Check them out. I got projects on there. If you guys want some.
Yeah, guys, if you have
You
a
want
new project,
fences?
some real estate going, you guys need some foundation dug out, you need a fucking rock wall built, you need to build a wall, the most best wall ever, 8 feet. Call ACAT Construction.
ACAT.
AKAT. ACAT Construction. Yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for listening. Winnie D's, you got anything to add?
Been a pleasure talking to the captain.
The captain.
Captain ACAB.
Captain who?
Captain Ahab. Who?
Captain
Read a
ACAB.
fucking book.
Read a fucking
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Did you not get that?
I'm looking at Wolf of
Yeah,
Wall
yeah.
Street right now.
This is our idol. Dude, me and this guy would get blacked out off vodka. Yeah, they had a secret liquor cabinet that we knew how to get into at his house.
Yeah, it's
and
called
okay.
opening it.
yeah, opening it, and we would just watch Wolf of Wall Street, get blacked out, and rehearse lines from it. Like, I am so well versed in that movie.
Oh dear
It's
lord.
a joke.
Yeah.
The only thing I haven't done with that movie is bang Margot Robbie, but that's for another day.
You're married.
Roadhouse signing. If Margot Robbie comes in, we can make some arrangements here. Come on. Hey, with that, peace out, fuckers.
Later, fuckers.
Later.